Hey guys, it's Arnie here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a World of Warcraft Restoration Druid guide, and hopefully all of these tips will help you out when it comes to raiding with your guilds, raiding with pugs, or even going into 5-mans every now and again. This spec that I'm going to be showing you is primarily a raiding spec. Down to the classes, you can be a troll for a berserker, which will increase casting speed, which will help you when you want to heal your allies. It will make you heal them faster. If you want to be an alliance druid, Worgen is the best, as you can get a critical chance, and it's pretty much the same as the troll. You can heal for more though, and there's a chance to have a crit, so there's more chance for you to heal double the amount of damage. Now I'm going to take you through all of the talents that I have. As I said before, this spec primarily is a raiding spec. In the description below, I will be posting a link to my armory, so you can have a look at all of my gear, my talent spec if you want to copy it, and also a link to my Twitter channel. Just that's there in case you guys want to check up any of my updates. I'm always on Twitter, I'm always tweeting, so any updates will be on there. Nature's Swiftness is the next bit on talent. Nature's Swiftness is a good spell, especially for raiding when there's a couple of people who are low on health, mainly one of the DPS. Just cast Nature's Swiftness. It makes a nature spell an insta cast, such as your Healing Touch spell. So you just cast Nature's Swiftness and Healing Touch, and it will insta heal them for about 8k, anywhere up to about 40k, depending whether it's a crit or not. Everessence is combined with Rejuvenation. Rejuvenation, you cast that on a DPS. I use it for mostly. If it's a raid, I'll use it on a melee DPS, as my guild primarily run with more melee DPS. So I use Rejuvenation and Swift Mend, and that will cast Everessence underneath the melee group, healing up everyone in that area, including the tanks. When you are healing tanks and stuff in raids, I like to cast Life Bloom on them for 2 stacks or 3 stacks. Put a Rejuvenation on some of the DPS, try not to use up as much mana, and then spam Nourish and Wild Growth to keep everyone up. Occasionally, if people are getting low, I'll use Regrowth and also Healing Touch to just get them up. Next, we're going to move on to the glyphs. All of these glyphs will help you when raiding or in 5-man. There's Glyph of Swift Mend, which means it will no longer consume your Rejuvenation or Regrowth, so you can be healing the target area as well as still having the Rejuvenation up, so it gets extra heals. Glyph of Rejuvenation, which is increasing the healing done by your Rejuvenation. The next one is Glyph of Life Bloom. What that will do is it will increase the critical effect of Life Bloom by 10%. So when you have it cast on a tank, just let it tick off and it will heal them for more. Glyph of Healing Touch. When you cast Healing Touch, the cooldown of your Nature's Swiftness is reduced by 10 seconds. So that's a good one to use, especially if people are getting low and you want to combine it with Nature's Swiftness. Wild Growth, I use this primarily for the raids. It will affect 1 extra target. Glyph of Rebirth, it then heals my target rebirth person up to 100% health, which means I don't have to heal them when they resurrect. Glyph of Mark of the Wild will reduce the mana cost. Glyph of Unburdened Rebirth I use so I don't have to buy the regents. And Cliff of Dash I just throw in there to use up the last spec. Quickly moving on, and we're going to be moving on to the enchantments. Okay, then swiftly moving on, and we're going to move on to the most important thing, which is the stats. First, on all your gear, you will always have stamina, intellect, and spirit. Here is just my character's intellect and spirit, as well as a little bit of look at my gears. You can see there, you'll always have stamina, intellect, and spirit on the gear. As you can see, all my gear does. Next is haste. Haste is a good skill as it increases the healing of spells, which will increase the druid's healing over time, as well as when you're spamming nourish, it will increase the amount done. Mastery will increase your direct healing, which is for when you're casting nourish and healing touch on a target. It will increase the amount of health that is healed by them two spells. Here you can see me just spamming nourish. As you can see, 8k there, 7k there, 16k crit there. So the crits are low at the moment, but that's because I have a lower haste rating. If my haste rating was high, them spells would be healing for about 15 to 16k, and then critting at about 20 to 25k. My haste rating at the moment is 6.29, and my crit rating is 18.30. Crit chance is also important because it will increase the chance for your spell to crit, and it will when you crit, these spells will heal for about 10 to 20% more damage. Moving on to the enchantments that a druid should have. For your chest, you want enchant chest greater intellect. This will increase your character's intellect, which is important for when healing, as you need a lot of mana. For your bracer, you want mighty intellect for exactly as same as the chest, as it will increase the amount of intellect you have, which will increase the amount of heals you will be able to provide for your raid group. Enchant gloves greater mastery will just give your character that extra boost when healing directly with nourish or healing touch. Next, you want for your weapon, enchant weapon power torrent, as it has a chance to increase your intellect. For your offhand weapon, you want enchant weapon offhand greater intellect, as it will also increase your character's intellect. For your legs, you want to go to your auction house and you want to buy powerful ghostly spell thread. This will provide your character with a 95% intellect buff and a 55 spirit buff. Next, you want to go to the Therazane, and you need to be exalted for this for this enchantment, sorry. The enchantment you want to get is the one on the first page, and it is called Enchant Description of Charge Lodestone. This will increase your character's intellect by 50 and also the haste rating.
Just the thing for you.
As I said before, haste rating is good for your character as it increases the casting speed. Next, you want to go to Hydro, and I believe you have to be exalted for this. Oh no, reserved for this. You want to get Arcane of Hydro, and that will increase your character's crit and intellect. When you are reforging your character's stats, primarily you want haste and mastery, so it's important to take crit off. Here I'm going to buff up my haste rating, as I need a bit more haste rating for my character. Mastery will do fine if you're nearly haste capped as well. So in retrospect, haste is better than mastery. Next we are moving on to the type of gems. Ember's Shadow Spirit Diamond I use, and I find it a good healing gem because you have plus 54 intellect and 2% mana. Purified Demon's Eye I use in all of my red and blue sockets mostly, as it will increase by 20 intellect and 20 spirit. If you're a bit low on mastery, Artful Ember Topaz is plus 20 intellect and plus 20 mastery rating. Here are just a few fights that I went into a 5-man dungeon of me keeping up the rest of the group. You'll see me popping Life Bloom. You'll see me using Trian, Tree of Life, as well as using Tranquility, which is a good insta heal if your group is getting low. As well, Wild Growth is also a spell that will increase healing done and will help the raid. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Arne and I've enjoyed making this video for you. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and in the description below will be a link to my Twitter page, my armor, and a little message from me to you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe to me on Twitter for the updates on that video. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.